Hey guys, welcome back to The Buzz. I'm Tiara Bree, and today I'm sitting with Matt Brandt of One Way Fitness. How are you doing, Matt?
I'm well. How are you?
Wonderful.
Good.
So today I just want to talk about what One Way Fitness is. I know you're the founder, but what else do your clients like to call you?
They call me the local body transformation expert.
Okay, and since you are an expert, what makes you so good at your job?
Well, I've spent many years in the trenches, trying out different training programs, different training styles, trying to figure out which one's best. And during those years of doing it, I found that I'm able to help middle-aged women more. They tend to not kind of fit in with a lot of the local gyms, more or less. So I started like merging everything towards that demographic. So a lot of my training, it's very safe, very high intensity, and it's only 30 minutes. Most gyms do hours or more. So I'm able to get twice the results working out half the time. And then we also do nutrition, custom meal programs and stuff, which a lot of gyms don't do. They're not qualified to do that. Especially in Florida, you have this large restriction on what you're allowed to do with nutrition. And I made sure that I became a licensed diet doc clinician so that I can actually give that kind of support. And so we kind of wrap that all together. And
very smart to be able to give them that whole package.
The whole thing.
Why do you think it takes, the women don't fit in that demographic?
What do you mean?
They don't fit in at regular gyms, you said. Like, what makes them
well,
different?
it seems like a lot of gyms tend to do a one-size-fits-all. Like, we can help everybody in at all shapes and sizes, and male, female, everything. And the problem with that is that not everybody will get the same results by that. Unfortunately, with some trainers, they tend to focus on the younger demographic as well. There's a lot of limitations and setbacks that middle-aged women have from like past injuries or surgeries and stuff like that. So being able to modify is huge for them. And we use a gymnastic foam flooring so that the impact's a lot softer for them. So we work around that, we modify as much as we can. And so we're able to cater specifically to people with those physical limitations. And not make it this impossibility for them, you know what I mean? So.
Okay, that's awesome. So walk me through a workout. I know you said you crunch the usual hour workout in 30 minutes and get twice the results. How do you do that?
So what I do, what's called a metabolic resistance training. It's basically using resistance training in the form of calisthenics, kettlebells, battle ropes, medicine balls, that kind of thing. But we do it in a high intensity interval fashion. So much like you would do sprint intervals, sprinting for a minute, walking for 30 seconds, sprinting for a minute, that kind of thing. We do the same format, but with resistance training. And so we're able to get both the benefits of high intensity interval training cardio, as well as the body toning of resistance training, all wrapped up into one. And because of the short break periods that we have and the way that I designed the exercises right next to each other, it elicits a hormone response. So we can actually enter a fat burning state a lot faster. And you can ask any of my clients, if they had to continue past that 30-minute mark, they'd probably fall over. So we get as much work done in the shortest amount of time possible.
Okay, so all the tiring workouts, you crunch them in 30 minutes?
Yeah, just all crunch them in,
okay.
Get it done.
And what made you start, One Way Fitness? How did you get into fitness?
When I was younger, I always did weightlifting. My dad was a lot into lifting weights, and so I just kind of followed what he did. So I, on and off, did lifting weights, and I have some decent genetics. So a lot of my friends would also want me to kind of train them, and so I got into doing that a little bit. And so I figured, what would it be like to do this and get paid to do it? So I got certified back in 2010, and I'm not the kind of person that likes to be a part of another organization. So I kind of like doing my own thing. So I started doing in-home training, and then I ended up launching a boot camp, my first boot camp, 2011, because I'm able to help out a lot more people in the same amount of time training, as opposed to driving all over the place for in-home training. So the first gym that I had was primarily, it was the same kind of thing. It started off with trying to help everybody. I didn't know any better at that time. And it started, like I said, migrating towards helping more of the middle-aged women. But I also, what I tried to niche out was specifically like a faith-based gym. We can go in for a long time on my testimony, but I came from a very stupid and rough, life-threatening type lifestyle, and ended up getting saved, turn it all around, and I wanted to give glory to God by doing it with my first business. So I did that, marketed it like that. But I found that, unfortunately, some people put like red flags when they started seeing that. So even though we did have people that weren't Christians come in and they had great results, they loved the experience, I'm sure that there was other people that kind of didn't even want to step foot in it. So this next gym that I opened up, I didn't want to completely toss that out, but I did it more of like a Chick-fil-A style where it's woven in, but not the forefront of it, you know, so.
It's a smart style.
Yeah.
So that was your second gym. Do you have another one opening coming up?
I probably will be within probably either the end of this year, beginning of next year is my plan. So I just opened this one. Actually, the end of this month will be open for a full year, but we've grown so quickly that I'm going to get to a point where I can't just fit any more people in there. So I'm going to have to break off and,
That's awesome.
do all that.
It was like good luck with that other opening.
Yep.
Where did you think of the name One Way Fitness?
Well, it's kind of like two-sided. One is I find that there's only one way to get results, and that is by an effective training that is flexible to the busiest people's schedule. People are very busy these days, and driving to a gym and working out for a full hour and driving home just takes up way too much time. Also, being required to work out 5-6 days a week also has that problem. So being able to make it short, powerful 30-minute workouts, you only have to come a minimum of 3 sessions a week. That fits everybody's lifestyle, and that's going to make it more, make that training more capable of being like long term. You know, they can stick with it. And then also the nutrition element. You know, without that, you're not going to get the results that you want to get. You know what I mean? You can't out-train a bad diet. You know, so.
That's true.
So to me, there's only one way to get results, and I made sure that I had all the services and the benefits and the personal coaching from me to help each person every step of the way through that. And then the other side of it was, like I said, the woven in faith-based aspect of One Way, you know, being Christian. So.
Alrighty, well, one last question.
Sure.
What is your favorite exercise?
My favorite exercise for my clients or for me?
Both. Which one is yours? Which one do you like to do most? What gets you the best results?
One of my favorite exercises for me is what's called a Geronda dip. I train it in a old school bodybuilding style fashion, and it's a chest exercise. It's basically doing a dip with your fingers inverted so that it rotates your arms out, your elbows out, and it eliminates your shoulders from engaging, which is what a lot of chest exercises do. They use too much shoulder. So by rotating it out and then doing a dip, you focus primarily on your chest, and with the right amount of length, which is about 33-35 inches apart, you can get the full extension and contraction of primarily your pectorals and really isolate them. So
sounds like a lot of impossible things for me, but that sounds awesome.
And that's why I don't train my clients like I train myself.
I see that. Yeah. And what is the best way to contact you if someone wants to join One Way Fitness?
My phone number, 904-474-1WAY or 1929, or jacksbeachbootcamp@gmail.com.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Matt, for joining us today.
No problem. I appreciate it.
And thank you all for tuning in. We will see you next time at The Buzz.